I internalize the problems of my family members, feel responsible for their happiness, and become depressed. How can I apply Vedanta philosophy to be happy in family life?
First of all, one's own problems. You're now appropriating other people's problems and becoming depressed. No, that's good, because a sensitive person is bound to be like that. If one is not feeling the problems of others, one is a brute. But one must be both practical and sensitive. Practical and sensitive. A pastor in a church said to me that in every church, in a community, we have people who are so heavenly that they are no practical good. The minds are always heavenly, there are no practical good. And one monk said to me, you know what is practical Vedanta? I said, what? If you ask a monk to do something practical, he'll give you a talk on Vedanta. That's practical Vedanta. So, no, one must not be like that. Not all theory and no practice. But the opposite, Vivekananda says, too much practicality makes brutes of us. So if you are sensitive to the sufferings of others, very good. Very good. Now, one must also be centered in one's spiritual nature. How do you overcome your own personal suffering? A spiritual attitude is necessary. A karma yogi. My life is service. I love to be of use to others. Can I remove the sufferings of others? So when my own sufferings come, physical problem, somebody behaved badly with me, I have got financial problem, whatever, these are very minor to me because I'm so engaged in trying to help other people. I see the suffering, I identify with others. Don't you see, when you have a lot of responsibility and a lot of people are depending upon you, in that case, your own sufferings become secondary. When you're all alone, I've seen sometimes monks in the caves, how narrow and selfish they become. Because there's nothing else to do, so the whole mind comes upon this body. My little problem, that becomes the whole world to them. So, it's the karma yogi's attitude is, I am here to help. What can I do for you? And that becomes paramount. One Swami, I really like this. I never met him. I heard it from another senior Swami. In our hospital in Banaras, this Swami, many decades ago, he said to the younger monks, I don't know what is these problems you're bringing to me. Anger and lust and greed and struggles in monastic life. I don't know. When I became a monk, when I was your age and joined the order in this hospital, from morning till night, they are patients, they are in pain, they are suffering, and I have to go and help them. So we would rush to, I and my brothers, we would, young novices, we would rush to the hospital and work tirelessly throughout the day. And in the evening in the afternoon we would come for food, sometimes we would miss food and we would be late and just a plate of cold food would be left and everybody's eaten and gone. We would just finish, gulp it down, rush back to the hospital. And then in the evening, we would probably miss evening prayers. But we would come late in the night, and if any food is left, I'd take that, and moment I hit the bed, I'm out like a light. So exhausted from that. And the next day, and such in this way, 40 years of my life went by. I never felt what you're talking about, anger and lust and greed. You see what a blessed life that is. To be free of one's little petty problems. Let it go. If you are a bhakta, this is a karma yogi, as a bhakta, my love of God is all consuming, not my little problems. God is not there for me to trot out my Christmas list of wishes. Give me this, give me that, give me that. No. Doesn't matter. For a bhakta, the only problem is if I forget God. And the only achievement is if I can remember and stay with God. Kunti prayers at the end of the great war of Mahabharata. Kunti prays to Sri Krishna. That all I want is life after life. If I have to be born again, life after life. Give me sorrows, my Lord, so that I may never forget you. What a serious prayer that is. Who prays for sorrow, especially who prays for sorrow to God? Who can grant it? But I remember thee. And for the jnani, I am Satchidananda. I am that infinite sky of consciousness in which these things, good things and bad things, so-called troubles and so-called pleasures, they arise, shine and disappear like clouds floating past in the vast blue sky. The sky is unconcerned and unaffected. Neither too excited by the nice things which happen, nor too disturbed by the little problems which come and go. Because they will go. Anything that comes and goes has no relation to the eternal. You are the eternal. Therefore, anything in the world has no relation to you. This body has no relation to you. Not only are you not the body, this body is also not yours. I mean it. I am not the body, but this body is mine is something most of us can come to. But the body is not even mine. How is this body yours? Who gave it to me? Show me the papers. If a cop pulls you up and says, show me the papers to the body. No, I don't have any papers. Who gave it to you? Did you make it? No. Even our parents didn't make it. Nature makes it, Prakriti. Do you own the materials, the sky and the fire and the earth and the water and the air out of which the body is made, or the 150, 70, 80 odd elements in the periodic table? Do you own them? No. If you own the materials, you can say this is made of the materials I provided. No. You don't own the materials. Do you control it? Does it obey you? Not at all. Most of the processes in the body we have absolutely no idea. And the few things which we have an idea of, which we think we have involuntary control, we have absolutely no idea how we are in voluntary control of that. Digestion, the hormonal secretions, the neuronal activity in the brains, the kidneys, the liver, is a miracle how they are working. The heart pumping away throughout our living as life goes on. Lungs. We don't have the slightest bit of control over them. They don't obey us at all. And thank God. If suddenly nature handed over, okay, you're it. 911, immediately. What happened? He tried to run his own body. It collapsed in 2 minutes. The body does not obey us. Not at all. And one day it will go. Even the things which we say consciously we are doing, breathing in. Didn't you give us a breathing exercise? Breathing in. Yes, but how did I do it? I have no idea. A thought came in my mind, I'm going to breathe in, and miraculously it happened. Think about it. It happened miraculously. So, no, I did it. No, you didn't. Notice. A little stroke, a little paralysis this way, and it shows to us we have really no idea how I was lifting this hand. Now I can't. So none of this, let alone involuntary functions, voluntary functions of this body also. Mind, endless random flow of thoughts and ideas and feelings, where they are coming up from, these drives and desires, where they are bubbling up from and taking charge of my life. Depressive thoughts, making me thoroughly miserable. I read an article, Memoirs of Madness. I forget the name, very well-known writer. Oh, he wrote the book Sophie's Choice. William Turner or something? What's his name? Stark. Styron. William Styron. If you read the Memoirs of Madness, you can understand why he wrote a book like Sophie's Choice. The depth of darkness within him. And so he writes once that I went to commit suicide, but I was luckily saved. And later on, they put me on some psychiatric medication. After that, I felt, why did I try to kill myself? There's nothing wrong at all. So where did those depressive thoughts come up, hijack my whole thinking process and drive me towards death? No control there either. It has nothing to do with you. It's a projection of, call it Maya, God, whatever. This drama of life is being played on the stage of consciousness which you are. From that point of view, if you take that point of view, where are the problems of the world? Let them come and go, they're nothing to you. One thing, all right, I'll tell you one thing. Nothing can kill you. From now on, check. Year after year, decade after decade, lifetime after lifetime, check. The Swami was right, I'm still there. I'm old and sick, but I'm still there. I'm dead, but I'm still there. Here I am, a new baby, I'm still there. The Swami was right. Nothing can kill me. Nothing can kill us. Nothing can touch our essential nature. Bodies can be damaged. Minds can be made unhappy. So, our personal problems do not touch us that way. Stay in that nature, you will see the problems of others also will not make you depressed. Rather, you will be able to help. You don't have to be depressed. You should not be depressed in order to help others. If a doctor gets overwhelmed by the pain of the patients, how can the doctor help others? You can help others when you know the truth that there is something within us which is untouched by suffering. Identify with that, stay there. From there, that position, you can help. Who are the ones who can most help humanity? It is the spiritually enlightened. When the Buddha set out to find solutions to sufferings, the solution he found a solution. But was that solution, what was that solution? What is a new kind of medicine? No. Was it a new TV show? Entertainment? No. Was it a new political system? No. It was a spiritual solution. Because at root, our sufferings are spiritual suffering, nothing else. Yeah.